Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of Infinitode 2. So in this video I'm gonna show you which is the most efficient way to farm green papers in case you might need to do so. Now the first thing I wanna say, guys, is that in my opinion and based on my experience in the game, you will never need to actually farm green papers in the way that I'm gonna show you. The green papers you're gonna gain as you farm 6.3. So as you start playing on endless and as you start doing 6.3 to gain loot, to then be able to sell your custom maps, to get more prestige tickets, to eventually be able to level up loot frequency. Those green papers you're gonna earn are gonna be more than enough for all the upgrades that might be required. And of course the only thing that is gonna be pretty hard to get is gonna be prestige ticket drop rate, because the very last level is gonna cost like an insane amount of green papers here. If I just go like level 10, it's already 6 million, and then see how quickly like it escalates. 10 million level 11, 17 million level 12, 28 million, 47 million, 78 million, and yeah, it just becomes higher and higher. So of course being able to gain so many green papers, it's gonna be quite hard. But like in my opinion, as you slowly do your loot and as you get everything, you should be able to also do this. And the very last level here is going to be the last two levels are going to be the most expensive ones. One level is going to be 600 million and the very last one is going to be 999 million. So like that's the cap, that's the maximum amount of green papers you can have at any point. But remember that there is also, you can gain green papers not only when you play games or when you open chests and all that, but also when you sell stuff. And especially I'm talking here about selling like resources. So the resources that might not be needed, you can sell them, right? And see that you can get green papers back. So remember that also selling is something you can use, and especially I think the blueprints. These blueprints right here are gonna be the ones that you really wanna sell. Because you're gonna get so many of them, like as you play 6.3 right over and over and over, you're gonna start just having hundreds or maybe thousands more than what you need. And what I recommend to do is to sell them, almost all of them. Of course they've always some aside so that in case you might need it for some research or all that, you have them. But remember to sell, and you can get back a ton of green papers in this way. And so you don't just need to farm them, you can also get green papers as you sell stuff, right? So as you play 6.3 and as you gain all these blueprints, you can just sell them back. So for example here I can sell this like 2 times and that's already like my green papers cap. So for example here I could get 1 extra level, and then you can see here the very last level is going to be the most expensive one. So let's just do yeah, I'm gonna need like around 100 million here to cap it, yeah, and that should be enough for the very last level. So the last levels here are gonna be tough to get, and because you're gonna need so many green papers. But don't worry, it's just the last couple of percentages to get more prestige tickets when you sell your custom maps. So like if you can get it up to level 16, 17 as you're leveling up loot frequency, it's already a pretty decent level. And slowly as you get enough green papers, then you can try to go for the very last levels. And now coming into which is the most efficient way to farm green papers. Now here is where a lot of players get it wrong, because they think that playing for longer is gonna award them more green papers just because of the fact that they're gonna gain more in at one point. But in reality, the best way to gain green papers is when you play for a very short period of time on custom maps. Custom maps is the best way to get green papers for the very simple reason that you can place multiple portals and you can have this feature that it's instant auto wave call active, and this makes like enemy waves to come out one after the other super quickly, and therefore you can just destroy all of enemies. You can get a ton of score and you can just gain hundreds, thousands or millions of green papers per minute. And that's just how good this setup is. Of course, in which mode you're playing is going to affect. So if you're playing on normal, you're going to be able to be limited to the amount of green papers based on the research, because you can have a certain bonus right here, as you can see, another bonus here, some more up here, here. Then there is one, I think it's this one, yeah. And then also in the star research, you can gain some additional green paper bonus. But of course, this is just limited. So if you play this custom map, your towers also are going to be weaker, and your portal difficulty is going to be the one that you have. So you're not going to be able to increase it any further. Something that instead on endless, you can increase the difficulty even further, so you can get more score. Remember always to place portals that are super, like the highest difficulty possible, right? Even if it's not 500, just close to it. So 490, 480, 70, 60, whatever. And remember to have inside enemies like not having armored, not having healers, and not having fighters, because the best combo is Flamethrower Tesla, and therefore that's the combo that you're gonna go with, and in either on normal or on endless. And so just remember to place portals that do not have those 3 type of enemies. The portal in the bottom left corner, remember to go 50%, so in that way the bosses are gonna be pretty weak. Then if you have a core, right, that's gonna help. A base, a very good base, also is gonna help. And then just build a map that it's gonna be good enough, to be able to make it. And you, like the game style, it's very simple, like the strategy. You're gonna just place your flamethrower, like this is normal, so flamethrower Tesla. Then I always like to get for a search modifier, right, to increase a little bit more range and to make especially my flamethrower to level up a little bit faster. Insta auto wave, remember, and then you just level up here like Tesla and flamethrower at the same time, so you 1 level each. Remember to set flamethrower to random. And right here, if you want, you can go for the core, right? I'm not gonna go for the core now, so in that way you can see that even if you don't have a core, you can still gain some pretty decent amount of green papers. Level 7, that's the boss coming up in wave 40. You can see right there mixed with the enemies. Right, everything level 80, and just leveling up both of them. When you get flamethrower level 20, should be the first tower that reaches level 20. Just go for more power. Level 9. And you're gonna just keep on playing here with this setup until you just you reach around wave 80. So when the other boss comes out, well, a bit sooner than that. Or until you lose, you either lose. So like this, for example, should be also fine. And you can see that here the total playtime was 1 minute and 20. And the green purses I got was 48.3 thousand. Now, of course, if you optimize it even further, you can gain more. So for example, here, if I just try to optimize it further, for example, I'm not gonna upgrade now my flamethrower that much. So I'm gonna probably just leave it at level 7, and then I'm gonna just go for max flamethrower. And then I'm gonna just go for a flamethrower that like level 10, and then I'm gonna place additional modifiers, right, to make it stronger. I think going for flamethrower is a little bit better. Tesla, you can see that it's also like, because it's gonna kill less enemies, it has less it's gonna level up more slowly. That's why you're gonna like prioritize your flamethrower. I'm gonna just leave it there level 7. I'm gonna just go to flamethrower level 9. Yeah, here are some flying enemies. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, here we go, level 10. Placing some modifiers here, remember. Alright, that's cool. You can see now the increased amount of damage I can do. Now I was able to survive all these waves much more efficiently. Attack speed, damage, why not? Let's just put this flamethrower a little bit more. That's the boss in wave 18. That's the threshold. So these were most likely you're gonna end up losing, or very close to losing. So that should be a gameplay of around 1 minute and 20. So that's like around 80 seconds. And you can see that the green papers gained is around 60,000. Of course, this is a good double gain. So normally it should be around 30,000. And of course, my normal research is maxed. So you can see here times 5.7. That's the bonus green papers that I can earn. And of course, this is going to affect how many you can earn, but remember, the efficiency is what you're really looking for here. So 30,000 green papers in 80 seconds, that's the efficiency that is going to be the highest one. You're going to be able to get like around, like if I do the math here now, should be 375 green papers per second. So that's the number that it's very important, the number that you want to keep. And now if you move to endless, of course, that's now you have your green paper bonus that can be much higher, 300 here, and especially 1000 on the prestige tree. So you can already boost a lot more the green papers that you earn. Plus, of course, you can modify the difficulty, and by increasing the difficulty of the portals up to 900%, you can get a ton more of score, so you can multiply your green papers by a lot. And but just remember that, of course, if you play on lower difficulty, you're gonna be gaining less green papers, but enemies are easier. So if your towers do not have the research max, you can still be able to handle the enemies. On the highest difficulty, yes, you get more green papers, but enemies are very strong, so you're gonna need your towers to be as strong as possible. In this case, especially Tesla and Flamethrower. But yeah, you can try to decide maybe at the beginning this, and then as you level up, as your towers get stronger, you can try to increase the difficulty. But as I said at the very beginning of the video, I don't ever think you're gonna need to farm green papers in the way I'm gonna show you, because you're gonna already be able to get enough green papers in all the other methods, like as you're farming just 6 from 3. So this is just to showcase, but I don't think it's even necessary to do this. All right, so just going here for the towers, you can see enemies being a lot stronger. I'm placing as well here some miners, because of the fact that the passive experience here is level 100. So I want to just make this tower level up a little bit faster. And you can see now the ultimate from Tesla being super strong. Yeah, now it's like your main source of damage comes from Tesla ultimate. So you just want to boost the damage. And as soon as your towers reach level 100, you can sell these experience modifiers, and you can gain some more modifiers to just be able to boost even further the damage of these towers, like this. See? You can sell here everything. You can go for your core. Like, I'm not going here for the core, but of course I recommend to go for this right path. So in that way you're gaining even more power, so your towers are even stronger. And again, you wanna play until you destroy the boss in wave 85. That's the boss. I know you can see it, but that's actually the boss. And then you're gonna end the game. So it's an even shorter gameplay than like on normal. So it's around 75 seconds. So this one, it's already a little bit high. You should take like 1 minute and 15 seconds to complete this. So it's like 75 seconds. And here, total green paper gain is, well, 26.2 million because of double gain. Without double gain is 13.1 million. And if you calculate the efficiency, so 31.1 million divided 75 seconds, that's the time that you take to do it, it's around 175,000 green papers per second. And of course, this is because of endless, because of I have everything max, so I'm gaining like all these many green papers. But as I said at the beginning, guys, I don't ever think this is gonna be needed. Like, yes, this is a very efficient way to farm green papers, but it's not needed. So so yeah, if you ever need to farm green papers, I hope that this video was helpful for you to understand that it's better to play shorter gameplays on cast maps than like longer gameplays. But in my opinion, like, you will never need to farm green papers. You're gonna get enough green papers as you play 6.3 and as you do all your other things in the game. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and see ya. Thanks for watching.